What's the haps? I'm Meroka, and today I'm going to be taking an early look at 20XX. I hope that's how you pronounce that. It's by Batterystaple Games, a fantastic XKCD reference, and it is a platformer very heavily inspired by Mega Man. Before we go into this, I should probably mention that I ain't ever played a Mega Man. I suppose it's the sort of thing I could have made up for in later years, but, you know, growing up in the UK, Sega was always a more prevalent console. Everybody I knew had Segas, or Mega Drives, or Genesis, depending on your region, but we had Mega Drives. And Mega Man was always on the Nintendo stuff. Nintendo was not popular. I never played no Mega Man. Sorry. I'm sure that will irk a lot of people, but that's the way things go. So I really don't have much to compare it to because I don't have that experience. So I'm just kind of going to be judging it on its own merits, which is, you know, what I do. Let's head on in. We have a couple of characters to play from. It's a far more roguelike experience than the traditional Mega Man. We've got a couple of characters to play through. We've got Nina, who is very much your traditional Mega Man character. She's blue, she's got an arm blaster, and yeah, she's a very much a Mega Man kind of character. Got Ace, who I'm not aware of as being anything from Mega Man. I could be wrong, but I'm not familiar with a character that's like this in Mega Man. He has a sword instead, so kind of melee character. He's got a little bit more health, and yeah, he's got the melee thing, which I think is a more powerful attack, but obviously doesn't have the range on it. I kind of like playing Nina just for the... I would say for the traditional experience, but honestly I just like the range to be able to take out enemies without having to get up close and personal with them, because I tend to die pretty quickly. It's pretty hardcore. Mega Man always was, and this is no exception. We've got, as I say, it's a roguelike kind of thing. We've got some daily challenge stuff. If you want to go do some challenge modes to compete with people as those. As there are two characters, you can also hop in multiplayer and do it cooperative with your friends. I'm not going to do that here now, because I only have me, but there we go. It's in early access on Steam at the moment in alpha, so there's a few bits that are kind of still here doing nothing. Sorry to disappoint. I don't know what that vendor's going to do, but presumably it will do something at some point in time. And then we have a vendor that is working. We've kind of got two currencies. You've got one currency that you'll use on runs, and then one currency that's kind of more of a permanent thing. Look in the bottom left, we've got like soul nuts, which is the main upgrade currency, and we can spend those here. So 4 of those will get me a Nut Whisperer, which will encourage enemies to drop more nuts. So I'll have more money to spend in individual runs if I were to find that upgrade in a run. There is a Nut Stack, which will grant 10 nuts, and I feel like I've already seen those in levels, so I feel like maybe there's a bug with the unlocking system there, insofar as, like, I already have access to this upgrade. I've seen it a bunch of times, and yet the vendor's here saying, hey, would you like to unlock it? Well, no, I have it. And then there's Aerial, which enables mid-air dashing, which sounds fun, so I will have that, so let's take that. There is a collection of stuff down here, but this, I think, shows you all the things that you have picked up more than all the things you've unlocked, because, as you see, the Aerial does not appear on there. So those are all the upgrades I have tried and tested. And then through there we have Skulls, which is it's a very Halo kind of thing. Halo's not the only one that's done it, but Halo always originally referred to it as Skulls. So, unless they stole it from anywhere else, like the original Mega Man or something, if they did, I'm not aware of that. But as far as I know it's Halo Skulls. And so, yeah, you can turn these things on. So, levels are longer if you turn that skull on. Famine, they're not skulls to be fair, they're orange orbs, but hey, I feel like the icon should probably be a skull if you're going to call them skulls, but whatever. No health items are going to drop, no nuts are going to drop, so you can do these things to add some extra challenge to it, if it's not difficult enough for your liking. FYI, it's difficult enough for my liking. It might not be for other people, but for me, it definitely is. So we got random levels, so we've got a kind of a biolab kind of thing going on here. This is not necessarily going to be the first level you'll get, as I say, it'll be random each time. There'll be random layouts in a, what I guess I would say was kind of a Risk of Rain kind of way, insofar as there seem to be sort of common elements that it will sort of randomize and mix up. It's not going to generate the levels entirely procedurally. That really did far too much damage to me, but I got 4 soul nuts for it, so there we go. The crates are going to give me some health back, that's nice. So yeah, you're going to get, you'll see recurring elements of levels, but you'll get a different experience each time, but you'll see familiar things from previous levels. You'll find a chunk of a level that you've seen before, you'll be like, oh, I know this bit, I've done this bit before. So you can kind of learn some of the patterns, like, oh, there's some bits here with the floors disappearing, and you can learn how these are going to work. You'll see these recur multiple times. That plant's going to be really awkward to take out. I suppose I can climb up there. The wall jump is very handy in a level, in a procedurally generated thing. Wall jumps kind of end up making a little bit cheaty in some places. I mean, yeah, I guess you're supposed to kind of run along the bottom here and make your way up, but I kind of cheated my way up with a wall jump, so yeah. I wish it wouldn't tell me what the health pickups were, because it's like, I know what a health pickup is by now. It'd be nice to have that kind of tutorial text turned off, but there's no option for that at the minute. I'm not really sure where I'm supposed to go now, mind you. Because I don't think I can get through there very easily. I certainly can't get up. And the spikes all the way along there. Oh, I know what I'm supposed to do. Yeah, these blue walls allow you to step on them, so I guess I gotta step onto them and go around this way. Yeah, I've not seen this particular layout of this level before, so just getting to grips with it. And there's a big monkey thing up there that's got a big cannon on its back and probably wants to kill me. Let's try not to let it do that. Those homing... Oh man, those homing missiles are pretty nasty. They will chase you around for a long time. Oh god, ah! Okay. Yeah, if you fall in that goop, you just kind of wind up back where you fell with less health. So yeah, so far, so Mega Man, as I understand it, at any rate. My limited knowledge of Mega Mans and Mega Man related things. It's pretty cool. I like the soundtrack, I like the style, it's a very cool game. And it is, as I say, very, very challenging. There's a few technical gripes with it I've got at the minute, or one of them is that you just can't really, not practically, change the resolution. Which is to say, I tried setting the game to 1280 by 720 as I normally would for recording, and it just stretches a 1440 by 900, my monitor resolution window, to fit that. So you just end up with a game that looks, it looks awful when you try and rescale it to another resolution, basically, which is not really what you want from things. Additionally, VSync, it does have VSync on, but you can't turn VSync off, and it kind of has that issue that a lot of games do when you can't turn VSync on or off, is that, hey, there's an upgrade up there that I want, so I'm going to go get it. It has that issue that if it dips below 60 and it occasionally does... Oh, that didn't work. And it occasionally does, just occasionally it'll dip below 60. Not frequently, it's not going to make a habit of it, but when it does, it obviously sets it to 30, and it looks really janky just dropping immediately from 60 to 30. If it was a smooth 30, it would be suboptimal, but, you know, acceptable. If it were 60, it'd be great, but just swapping between 60 and 30 looks janky as hell, so... Well, those are a couple of issues I have. It'd be nice to be able to turn VSync off, just let us do that. That's all I would ask. And make the resolution options work, because they're weird. That door transition is also weird. But yeah, as I say, it's alpha, there's going to be some issues. They are looking to move into beta in the very near future. This is obviously a boss fight, there are 2 bosses to fight, and I must kill them both. God, this one's mostly a bullet hell dodgy thing, really. I should probably just get out of here. It's probably the safest place to do that. I don't know where to fight this one from. Okay, this seems pretty safe. I might be able to get this guy. No. Actually, I'm nearly dead. I might not win this. I'm not sure if I've killed this boss before, actually. I got one of them, but they got me. Oh well. Some of the bosses are like way easier than others. Some of the bosses just die pretty easily and have easy attacks to dodge, and then others are like more challenging. That was more challenging. I have 4 nuts. I could buy the Nut Whisperer for that, so let's do that. Alright, let's take Ace. Let's become Ace. And let's try it with the sword. I may not do very well, but I'm going to try it with the sword. It's got more health, and we've got an icy level this time. Let's try swording it up. So there's also there are other upgrades which because I didn't get very far into things there, I didn't get a chance to show you. There are some special powers. I mean, in Mega Man, you kind of always unlock. You acquired those from bosses. When you killed a boss, you kind of stole their weapons, basically. That's not the case here. There's just like weapons in some of these crates. Will sometimes have them. The bigger and shinier the crate, the better the chances of it having something in. These bits are really obnoxious. I don't like these bits. You have to hide inside the green bits to kind of dodge these guns that are shooting at you, and I don't know, I mean, I think it may be an element of the roguelike thing. That bat thing's not going to be able to get to me, is it? Like, well, that worked out well for me. God damn it. Yeah, it may be an element of the roguelike thing kind of randomly generating levels a bit, but quite frankly, there seems to be some bits where you just can't escape that. Oh, I got there in time. Yeah. I found some bits where it's just like, you just can't dodge the bullets because these shelters are a little too far apart, I feel. Or I could be doing it really badly. I don't know. Get out of here, no. So there was an upgrade up there. I guess I'm probably gonna have to... Nope. Oh, the spikes are doing a number on me there. I'm just gonna die if I keep trying to get that crate, so it's probably not worth trying to get that crate. Man. See, these bits are just... These are nasty. There's some bits are like, hey, this is okay. Other bits are like, really, really brutal. And I would argue for this being the last... It just drops you onto a spike. Come on. Yeah. I mean, I could be really bad at this. Okay. No, I definitely am really bad at this. But... I don't know. I have some runs where I can get through a few levels and it's kind of okay. And then there's other times it's... I just die on like the first level. Just some environmental hazard that, I don't know, feels like it should be okay to do, but I'm having ridiculous amounts of trouble with. So, yeah. A point I was on before I got distracted by dying is there are other upgrades to pick up. There are, as I said, there's kind of usable weapons. You can see there's 3 weapon slots beneath my sword on the left-hand side. If I find a shop in a level, which I may... Oh, God. I may find a shop later on. Hopefully I will. I'll be able to spend some of the nuts that I've got. Admittedly, I don't think I can buy much for 5, but... Ow! Spikes, seriously, what is it with me and spikes? Spikes are... Really, I gained 1 health by landing on spikes. I'm not doing well here. Right, there we go. This is all I wanted, 3 health. That kind of... Oh. And now I'm going to fall, because I don't think there's any way out of that. This is the worst. There we go. I think ultimately I gained health there, maybe? I think ultimately I came out of that slightly better than I started. So if I find a shop, I'll be able to buy some stuff. I think there could be one up here. It seems like this might be a shop kind of area. There's also upgrades for your standard weapon. Oh no, I think this is just an upgrade. I'm gonna play jump the fireball. No! No! Oh god. I guess I can get back up there, but it's going to be difficult, and there's going to be enemies. The thing is, that's a really big shiny one up there. There's a big, kind of, the big metallic crate. So there's going to be a good upgrade in there. It might be a weapon upgrade, it might be, I don't know, it might be something more. Can I get up there? Oh man, yeah, that works. So yeah, we've got Plasma Blender, shreds enemies up close. So that's an upgrade to my sword. Alright. So it's way faster attacking, but way shorter range is kind of what's going on there, I guess. I'm not sure if I like that, but let's take it. Let's find out. Let's find out if it's any good. I don't think it will be. Not for me. Won't be any good for me. I like my range. I like my guns. So yeah, there's an upgrade to that. As I say, there are upgrades to... You can get special weapons, which I would like to be able to find one and show you. All that health went straight into the void. Congratulations. I don't know how I get this penguin. Oh, right, I see. This one hits for 20 damage instead of 15, so actually... And it hits a bunch of times in rapid succession, so it's pretty beastie. Yeah, those blue enemies have a lot more health, so it took a few hits to kill that thing. And we're at a boss. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be very interesting. If you can beat a boss, you will get a guaranteed power-up. You'll get a couple of guaranteed power-ups. If you beat the level in a specific amount of time, there was a timer in the top left-hand corner at the start of things, which is no longer there, but there was one. Because it's gone because it's run out, basically, because I've taken so long over this. I might be able to do this, I guess. Ow. Come on, there we go, got it. I got no health left, but I got it. So yeah, at the end of a level we get one of those. If you can beat it in under the specified time, which is... you do have to move pretty quick to get through the level in time. If you stop and try and find shops and power-ups and things, you probably won't get it. Unless you're really good, or better than me at any rate. And then there will be 2 boxes here. These golden boxes will definitely have something of interest in them. This one is a Health Finder 8000. Enemies drop more health, so that's nice to have. And then we get to choose one of these 3. You may choose only one. We can have a nut stack for 10 nuts. We can have 4 more energy, which will be useful for a weapon if I had a weapon. I don't, so we shall take the Splinter Frost, which actually is a weapon. I was going to use the energy meter, because I got the energy meter just under my health, but up until now I've had no use for it. So you can equip 3 weapons onto Y, left bumper, and left trigger for those. So now on Y I've got that. I don't know if that's it. It doesn't look like a very impressive weapon, but I don't know. And then you can choose which level you go on to next. I think the color of the portal kind of implies what kind of level it's going to be, and the statue of the boss tells you what boss is going to be on that level. So you can see what you're getting yourself into. And if you step on it, it'll tell you the name of the boss, and it'll tell you in brackets the level it's going to be. So it's going to be an Aginsort level, which I'm not sure which one that is. Sky Temple has killed me repeatedly. I'm not a fan of Sky Temple. And that's another... Oh no, I may be wrong about the color of the level, because that's 2 that say it's Aginsort, and 1 is orange and 1 is red. So I guess I must be wrong on that one. I thought that was the type of level. So clearly it is not. So there's Rollster in Aginsort or the Perforator in Aginsort. I've not managed to kill Rollster, but I have killed Perforator a few times, so I fancy my best chances against the Perforator. Go ahead through to level 2, Aginsort, super hot sorting something or other. So admittedly I could use something with a little more range for killing this lot. I don't know how I'm gonna get... Can I get that? I can. And that was a cheeky maneuver. Okay. This level has a lot of narrow corridors that are really difficult to maneuver down, so it's not my favorite of levels, particularly with this particular weapon. Fortunately, the damage it does is pretty nice. Yeah. For the short range, this deals actually like a lot of damage in a very short space of time, so I'm actually kind of digging it. Now that I come to use it, kind of digging it. It's just point blank, crazy damage. Did I not take damage there? Seems like now I did, yeah. I was like, there's no way I can get through this without taking damage. And dash jump across there. Bit of health, that makes up for that. It would be really nice if I could get through this level with more health than I started with, because then that would be useful. Come boss time! Grab some nuts. I've not seen one as a shop yet, so I need to show you guys a shop, really, at some stage. It'd be nice if we could find one. Some weird hamster wheel things, I don't know what they're about, but they're covered in spikes and don't like me, so we're gonna slice them up. Do some health. There's a gold nut, that'll be useful in a shop. We need to find a shop. Is there anything up this way? No. Too many flames in this level for my tastes. A little warm around here. There's a snake thing down here, one's slicing up. Some bats and bees, this one's slicing up. So you can see the top left-hand corner, you can see where it says I've got 2 minutes 17 to finish the level. If I were to race my way through the level and get to the boss in time, there's a chance I could do that, but I might find more stuff if I were to take my time. So there's kind of a risk-reward element there, which is kind of cool. There is also a lot of passive upgrades as well. I mean, you've seen some of those in kind of the upgrades at the start. When I showed you the shop, there's let's get rid of that. I accidentally brought up the wrong thing. Can I pause this? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so there's obviously passive things as well. Some of these are going to be statistics. You actually can't seem to browse them. You can only seem to browse your main ones. But yeah, you can see below there's passive. So you can collect quite a few of those. You can collect as many of those as you like. Which is... how the heck do I get around this? Like that, I suppose? Yeah, gotta do a dash jump to get over that. Okay, and... probably shouldn't jump blindly into the abyss. But... such is my reckless nature. Ouch. That takes off all the health that I just got. That's a blue enemy, so that's going to drop some soul nuts. I don't know how many it dropped, but it dropped... actually, I think I dropped quite a few, didn't it? I had none, now I have 6, so... I guess that dropped quite a lot of soul nuts. That's good, that will get me some upgrades later. There are armor capsules. I don't seem to see those too often, but there is armor. That will stack on top of your health, and you will lose the armor before you lose the health. It basically just seems to be in addition to your health. It will be depleted before your health, so if I take any damage, I won't lose any health now. Yoink on those. Get some money. I need some place to spend the money. I need a shop, game. Give me a shop. I'm up to 26 nuts. That's actually a good amount. A lot of the upgrades are less than 10, to be honest. When I've seen them, occasionally you'll get ones that are a little bit more expensive, but a lot of the upgrades cost not a lot. So, you know, if I found a shop now, I would probably be able to buy 2 or 3 upgrades. It's not going to afford me that opportunity, though. We have a boss. So let's go see what we can do with this boss. After we weirdly transition through the doorways. Okay. Yeah, that's cutting through its health pretty fast. And I still have armor. And there we go. Yeah, that weapon's a bit good. I took a little bit of armor damage, but yeah. If I hadn't had the armor, I would have died. And we did it in time, actually, all things considered. That was actually pretty good. So now I get 2 upgrades. We've got plus energy and the aerial stabilizer, so I can now do that, which is kind of cool. And we've got another special weapon, Vera. Tell me that's not a TF2 reference. That has to be. That's Sasha, basically, is what that is, isn't it? And heart container for plus 2 health. Torn between Sasha or Vera or whatever, or the heart container. Probably stand to use. Let's take this, just for demonstration purposes. Let's go take Sasha for a spin. Vera, Sasha, whatever. So now on left bump, I now have that. So yeah, guess what? It's a minigun. I have a minigun. Death Lotus, I know I can fight, so I'm going up against Death Lotus. And Vaculab, we have seen one of those before. So now I've got a minigun. I can do this. Admittedly, I had the freeze thing, and I never even used the freeze thing, did I? Let's just use that. Oh, I see. Oh. I don't think I'd used that before. It's like way more effective if it hits an enemy. If it doesn't hit anything, it doesn't do much, but if it hits an enemy, the area of effect is like huge. That's quite an interesting weapon. Gotta say, I quite like that. And there's some soul nuts from something. I didn't see what dropped that, but kind of glad it did. I'm going to die now. Oh, I didn't. There's a thing with big teeth up there that I hadn't seen. It was blended into the undergrowth. Oh well. I was slain by a sneak. It was indeed sneaky. There you go. So that is 20XX. That's a quick look at that. Got a few things to buy now. Brain food, max energy plus 5 and restores your energy to full. Kind of cool. And extra health becomes energy and vice versa. Oh, that's pretty cool as well. I will take that one. That one is my thing that I will have. Cool. So yeah, as I say, this is early access, currently alpha, but looking to move into beta in September, I believe it is. Currently £8.99 original equivalent. They will be bumping that price up at launch, so if you think this looks cool, yeah, you might want to get on this before launch, because you'll be saving a little bit of money, and it's a pretty fun game. I'm still finding replayability, you know, so it seems like this sort of thing that you could keep playing for a while. It mixes it up. It's got that roguelike formula that gives you a lot of content to go back for. And then if you really want challenges, you've got daily challenges and skulls to go back and do it again harder, you know, just in case it wasn't challenging enough to begin with. And I think it kind of is. But there you go. That is 20XX. If you like the Mega Man kind of formula, this might be something that's very much up your alley. And even if you're not, if you're like me and have never played Mega Man, I'm still quite enjoying it. I'm frustrated as hell by it at some points. I mean, I think the roguelike formula lends itself well to creating scenarios which are, you know, total BS and just like, god damn it, I can't get through this bit. Like the bit that where I got shot earlier. It's like that was just frustrating. That might just be my bad playing, but I feel like the game cheats me at times, but I've never found a roguelike that didn't do that. So it comes with the territory, I suppose. Well, there you go. That is 20XX. So I'll leave that there for now. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Meroka, and I will see you next time.